YouTube, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the video. Tutu UK here. Been a while. It's been a while, and I've got to remember how to do this. I think the camera's up there in the corner. Out of practice. What, best part of 6 months? No, maybe not that part, at least 5 months. Got to be the new year, isn't it? I think just over the tip of the new year. So it's been a while. I haven't really been anywhere. Nothing drastic or fantastic has happened. It's just been life and just being busy, and to celebrate, it's been a while, I'm gonna have a beer, well deserved, by the way. It's been hectic. It has been a hectic 5 months. Oh yeah, bugger, that's nice. Not even shandy. I've been collecting like a madman. It hasn't stopped. Nothing's been sold. Nothing has been sold. It's all still here. It's now, I've just termed this the junk shop. Just doing the events, guys. Stalling out. Those that have been to the events will have seen. Doing a lot of stalling out. Really enjoying it. It is time consuming. Anybody who tells you differently is lying to you. It is great day, and I've said this to loads of times. If you are ever thinking about selling up or whatever, you know, look at stalling out. You'll have a great day, learn some money, meet some fabulous people, meet some not so fabulous people, depending, but it's a good time. So that's really what I've been doing, and work. Started a new job in the same company, but completely different job. So since I left school, since I was 19, I've been sort of an IT techie, network, desk side, PC support, administrator, blah, blah, all that kind of normal nerdy shit. I don't do that anymore. I'm called a business analyst. And, you know, without boring you too much, some of the skills are sort of, you know, they transfer over. So although it's completely out of my wheelhouse, it's not so daunting as to sort of say, I don't know, if I went to work in finance, which I'm absolutely terrible with numbers. I think I'm number illiterate, or, you know, dyslexic. Literacy, the number dyslexic. I think it's called crypt something. Someone told me anyway. But that's by the by. But like I say, it's not as a seismic shift as it would be for that kind of thing. So, but obviously it's different skill sets, it's different things, it's learning everything else. So it just takes time. And yeah, YouTube just took a back burner. I mean, look, the things that have gone on within the community, and I use those terms really lightly because I think, you know, if nothing else, the events of like the past couple of months, weeks, whatever, have just really reinforced my whole view on the platform. Unfortunately, not the platform, because that's wrong. It's not YouTube's fault, is it? Let's be honest. It's the people that that exist within it, and you know, and do what they do on here, and to some degree, you know, it's people's own choices, and that's life. I don't agree with it. I've never agreed with financial gain off the back of other people in that respect, and that's not changed. And like I say, the stuff that's happened recently or in the recent past, it just goes just to solidify it, really. It's you know, there are about 20 odd people all go, have you seen this? I'm not interested, mate. I'm really not interested. I know it's like a bit of gossip and it's this, that, it's that. I'm not interested. I don't watch. I don't subscribe. You know, and then when I say that to people, they go, oh, I didn't anyway. Either someone sent it to me or that bullshit. You bullshit. You're all bullshit. Honestly, it's like I said to other people. If you stop giving these parasites oxygen, they'll die. You know, going in, clicking and watching it. Just don't bother, because you're just helping the algorithm. You're just literally feeding the beast, and that's what it is. I said to them, like, the video is the scam, and whoever clicked it, whoever, not you give them money or didn't give them money, it doesn't matter. You clicked it. You're part of the fucking problem. Just stop. Just unsubscribe. Block them. Told you what to do before. Click on the little dots. Do not recommend this channel. It blocks them. You don't see it. Honestly, it's a fucking godsend. I don't see any of the nonsense. And And the people that don't bother doing that, to me, just basically say, look, you really are, that's what you're here for. You're here for the fucking, the drama and whatnot. And that's fine. That's fine. But don't make out that you're not either, because that really fucking grinds my gears. I'm getting too old for that bullshit. What was it Danny Glover says? I'm too old for this shit. So yeah, that, I say, coupled with just being busy, stuff going on, just not really had the wherewithal to make a vid, to be honest. It's just the mojo and the kind of like, it's just full of fucking idiots. It's just full of idiots and wannabes and whatever. And then there's all the whole CEX thing. I mean, people that's probably started off with real good intentions, again, not naming any names, and just going on the whole bashing CEX route. I'm like, yeah, and sub. I don't care. I'm at the point now where, especially this year, I've struggled to keep up with the people I really do like the content and the channels to watch, and I ain't got time for people like doing the clickbaity bullshit of the CEX fucking bandwagon and whatnot. I don't care how nice of a person you are, whatever. And it's nothing against anyone individual, because I don't know the people. It's just I can't be doing with it. It winds me up anyway. It's bullshit. So yeah, in that instance, I'm out. So yeah, if you ever do anything like that, then chances are I'll probably just unsubscribe from you. I definitely won't watch the fucking video. Again, it's nothing against them sort of type of videos per se. They're just not for me. I've been there, done it, when it was like the thing like fucking a decade ago. And it's nothing new, and it's just, again, it's just more fucking drama. And I get it, you get your views, you get your clicks, and it's like, I'll make more of them, and then that's what you fucking become. And that's what a lot of these channels do. They don't keep themselves honest to themselves. But there are other people that are honest to themselves, and they do what they do, and they carry on doing what they do, and they're the people I like, and they're the channels that I still watch, still subscribe. And I have been watching, you know, those people that will know that you've seen me in the comments. And thanks to everybody that's reached out and sort of said, look, are you okay? Are you okay, Tutti? I'm not seeing you for a while. Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine. And like I say, I've been stalling out the events, so anyone who's been there would have known that anyway. It's just, when you've been doing this as long as I do, I have, things can wear thin on you. And that's what it is. It's just got a bit too much in terms of like the things going on in life, and then having to come and make a video but then not talk about those things either, because then it becomes all consuming, and that's not what I'm about. You know, there's a lot of people sort of said, oh, I can't remember when it was, again, it's been a long time, you know, the whole moany kind of thing. And I'm a fucking moaner. I'm a moaner by nature. I've always been that way. Oh yeah, I liked it when you just used to do this. Yeah, but that was a long time ago when things were a lot fucking different, and not everybody was out to fucking, you know, take money out your pocket kind of thing. And I just don't like it. I've never liked it. You know, people going, oh, this channel's got spent fucking $3,000 on these games. Yeah, it's dead easy to spend other people's money. And it, like, if you fucking, whoever they are, they must be out there that have given these people money to then go and buy games and show you guys. It's just like, I just don't get the whole thing. And it's like, they're spending your money to show you that, to then for you to give them more money. And it's like, I don't really get it. But hey, each to their own. But it doesn't form part of my will, because I don't see it now. I don't see it now, like I say, unless people, as what happened in recent times, start whatever. And I'm just not interested. I really am not interested. But so what I have been doing, let's get back on track, because we're like 10 minutes in and I've not really fucking mentioned anything. New job, installing out more, like I say, just doing those two things, and just normal life. It easily can swallow you up. I've not even been playing any games. I've got 2 sealed Switch games there that I haven't even opened, but they're sealed, so I haven't even opened them. And the ones I wanted to play, I just haven't got the time. I hadn't had the time, and let alone to then make YouTube videos. I have been watching YouTube, and as I said before, people will know because I've been in the comments and stuff. But I've been watching a guy And I must say, actually, I should have prefaced this video saying my absence is due to Fob. It's Fob's fault because he'd been banging on for, God, Ben, it's got to be about a year and a half, right? About this channel he watches, and this is nothing to do with retro video game collecting, nothing to do with video games at all. Nothing that I would ever be interested in, realistically. But he kept going on about this guy, right? Sort of different things that's going on and whatever. And he kept pleading to Daz and myself and Dana and everybody else that would listen. Watch this guy, watch this guy. So I bit the bullet. I'd say it's got to be probably just after Christmas, maybe, I think. And the guys, it's van life, right? It's this van life thing. And I know Gus Newton, years ago, he was sort of got into that and whatnot, and a few others. So I don't drive, so it's like zero real interest for me. This is going to be a fucking long video. But I started watching this guy. It's called Socks with Sandals. I'll put a link. The link will be down below if you're that way inclined. I might even put a little clip of him in here just to sort of whet your appetite.
So it's very subtle on the throttle, isn't it?
Yeah, it should be pretty smooth.
I binge watched a lot of his stuff because I'm only about like 10 minutes long or so. And it's got them all in a playlist that you can go through and watch and stuff like that. And it's a fascinating journey of a man, I suppose, he'll probably admit it himself. Chap's name's Tim. Of a broken man, how the system broke him. And yet we're going back to the sort of the scandemic days. Yeah, it like literally destroyed him, and he kind of put him into a corner where he had no choice but to try and live in a van until things blown over. 2 more weeks to flatten the curve. And he goes through all that. And I said I'm not going to elaborate too much on it. Those that know will know, and those that know me know my views on all that anyway. But if you are that way inclined, and it's something, you know, I know we've all got different interests and some interests cross or whatever. And like I say, someone said to me, watch Van Life. It wouldn't have been for me. I'd probably just missed it straight off the bat. Because Fob fucking wouldn't shut up about it. I thought, all right, I'll watch it. Shut up. And yeah, I'm a kind of a fan, I suppose, for want of a better word. There's no other way to describe it. And I've sort of caught up fine. I think I'm season 15. This is like, I'm maybe a couple of months behind now. And like, it's just him filming his life, living in the back of a van. It's just literally it. I like him because he's raw. He's the kind of channel or the person or the content that I would probably consume in other subjects and genres, because it's not, and he even says there's fake van life people. And I can imagine it says fake fucking YouTube video retro game collectors. So these people don't really live in the vans. They're like, I can't recall them, weekend fucking warriors or whatever. And they just go out in the van and film like a week's worth of content in 2 days and make out that they live in the van, but they don't, and stuff like that. And again, like, I'm not in that zone, in that world, but I like the fact that he talks about that's what's going on. So again, like echoes and mirrors of what kind of happens in our little corner of YouTube here with these people that just you know, just asking for money. They're just here to make money out of you. But equally, well, what's weird for me, in terms of like a psychological break, is that obviously he asks for money because he lives in a fucking van. He's got nothing. And so for me, I don't feel that animosity as much, because you could clearly, he's eating like cold baked beans and stuff. I mean, look, some of the stuff he does, and if Tim is even watching this, I don't know if he would, of his own doing, because obviously it's his fucking life and he make mistakes. We all make mistakes. So some of the stuff is of his own doing and such like. But it's not duplicitous in that sense that I get with some of the people on YouTube in the retro gaming community that are literally just out to not fucking want to work and want you to pay for it. You know, there's people that live in a fucking van and they ain't got fuck all. And some people might say that's out of choice or whatever, and that's fine. But like I said, I'm not as invested in that area, genre, or whatever you want to call it, subculture, as I am in retro video game collecting. So that's what I've been mainly doing, is like I say, video game markets, new job, normal life, watching a bit of YouTube and mainly consuming socks with sandals. So like I say, if you're bored, or if it's something that you want to watch, something different, completely left field out your fucking whatever, give them a watch. Like I say, I would advise you to watch it from the start, because it gives you that picture in terms of like the journey that the man's gone on. And yeah, that's all I can say about that really, other than hop over and give him a sub. He's a good watch, and I've laughed out loud so many times. You'll get annoyed, you'll fucking laugh, you'll cry, you'll tear your hair out. That being said, 15 minutes in, I ain't showed you a thing, have I? So like I say, I have been buying, I've been collecting, I've been buying bundles, I've been taking bits out, you know the crack, you know how we do it here. Got some great deals off fellow tubers, people that we know, and like eBay, and just from the markets in general really. And I'm going to probably forget people that I've seen along the way, and I've already forgot something. I know, where have I put it? Down here. So bits that I found along the way. Nightmare, absolute nightmare. So in no particular, because I'm going to miss people off. Now if I have seen you at an event, at a market, and I don't mention you, please don't hold it against me. It's only what I can recall, and we've done a few. So I've seen Retro Crisis. I think he was at Oxford. He bought some NES games off of me. Seen Colin Cox with his grandson again, I think. I don't know where that was. Bolton, might be Bolton. Keith, the host. Seen him at Bolton. Carl Woodling turned up at Bolton. That was funny. Carl was at the stall, like fucking and Mr. Oblivious, and I went, hello Woodling. And he went, oh, what are you doing here? And I'm stood behind a table. I said, I've just come to see you, Carl. What the fucking hell do you think I'm doing here, you dozy bastard? I can't remember. And then I was at Leeds. We did Leeds, and we seen Retro Snipe John. So John came and said hello, and he gifted me this. Rob didn't want this in the van. Rob was going to burn it. So John is a big Atari, Lynx and Jag collector. Jag. But he gave me this. Did we do? No, I think he just gave me. He did buy some bits off me. I think he's shown them. But he very kindly, he's into sports cards, or whatever you call it, card collecting. He's a Man United fan. I know, I do feel sorry for him. I've done it 20 times. Anyway, he very kindly put together this little set. I'm not going to bore you to death with it, but it's all the old Liverpool players. They're what they call pro sets. Pro sets? I don't know. He's got all different like clubs and teams all over the different years. So if that's your bag, if you're into this kind of stuff, I don't know, there's a lot of people into the footy and whatnot and the different sides. Go over and see Retro Snipe. Everyone I mentioned, I'll put a link down below unless I forget. But yeah, he'll put them together for you, like, you know, for your different, if your clubs or whatever. I think that's part of his little thing. He buys and sells and collects these pro set cards or whatever. I'm guessing he probably sells them on eBay as sets that you can buy. But I'm sure if you reach out to him, he'll do you a deal if that's the way, you know, if you're a Leeds United fan or whatever. Bolton, or whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about now. So there's been a few other people that's come and said they've watched the channel that have come to the store, so I appreciate that. I've always said to them like, why? I'm sorry, but yeah, you know, it's been nice. It's been good in that sense. It's always nice when people come and say hello. I never fear about coming to say hello. If I get time, I'll always speak to you. Sometimes it's busier than others. We did London, didn't we, as well? We went to London. I don't think I remember seeing anybody at London, actually. Well, I mean, anybody knew. There'd be people here that I did speak to. We bought some stuff, did some swaps. Scott Sega's on with being one there. I don't think there's anybody else new that I bumped into that I haven't met before. God, I could be wrong. It's been a while. So with that being said, we're 20 minutes in and all I've shown you is some fucking football cards. No offence, John, and many thanks for them. And I probably will forget other bits and bobs. So I've been on a bit of a Game Gear kick, and this is Scott, Marathon Gaming's fault. I always had like I think I was probably about 3/4 of the way through the collection of Game Gear, just loose. And it wasn't a thing that I was hunting, actively going out for. It was just like when you'd sort of see them with the odd one here and there, and I'd pick one up, that kind of thing. And I guess Scott kind of got the little, oh yeah, I could probably get a couple more of them, that kind of thing, and maybe sort of like, yeah, I'll grab a few more. So that's kind of what I've been doing. That, and also, the thing with CEX, as everybody knows, is it's like £3 postage. So some of the games are only like a couple of quid. So you're kind of doubling the value of it. So, and, that would be the route I would normally go down. So it'd be nice just to walk around the events, really, and pick a few bits up and the few games and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I've done with the Game Gear, really, in that respect. I think a lot of all of this has been actually physically purchased, as in by myself, going up. So from Scott, Sega Zombie, he put a post on his Facebook, Retro Round the Shop, and he had these, and I was like, ooh, you know what, I need that, and he brought them along to London, did a bit of a tradey, Sally, whatever, exchange. It worked out. He got some bits he needed. I got some bits that I'm really happy with. So winner chicken dinner. So yeah, all Game Gear. I'll rip through these. I can't really speak too much of it. A lot of, in case you don't know, the Game Gear library is the kind of Master System library. There are some exclusives, so to speak, and I do believe that the Game Gear has slightly more colours than the Master System. So technically, it's a better Master System than the Master System. Anyway, so we've got Wile E. Coyote Desert Speed Trap. Yeah, this camera's definitely on the wrong side, isn't it? I've got the camera upside down. Just amateur hour. I bet you upside down when I put it into thinking. This is not a cheap one. Old Sonic Drift Racing. Apparently a decent car. I can't remember if these all came in these little protectors. I've got a few of these. People like Craig's here again, and I've just collected them over the years. Sonic Chaos, which you tend to see around quite a lot, actually. Then the Weird and the Wonderful. Oh, Codemasters, man. They love doing this, didn't they? They love pissing Sega off. Changing it all up again so they didn't have to pay any licenses. This is Ernie Owl's Golf. So they did, again, their own style of cartridges. The trouble is they don't fit in these bloody boxes. And then, again, because he had it there and he did me a deal, I wouldn't ordinarily, and I'm not going to go down this route with the Game Gear, he says, because it will get super expensive super quickly. Echo, The Tides of Time, so Echo 2, a boxed, complete. The first, not the first Game Gear box I've got, but it is the first box that I've done some fettling with. And it come up all right. Now, talking of fettling and boxes, some people would say, oh, Stu always did the boxes and the ironing and that kind of thing. Yeah, in recent times, probably so, yeah. Not always the case. Daz Co-Jones, yes, probably a bit before me. But, see, Daz seemed to think that I got the idea from him. I kind of didn't, because I don't think Daz was the first one. And Daz definitely wasn't the first person I watched that ironed boxes. That was another guy called John from Northern Ireland. And I recently found his channel. I still sub to him, but he's changed his name. He doesn't do gaming content anymore. He was always like into his electronics and stuff like that. If I remember, I'll put a link down below. I think his content might still be on there, but he's into his like radio control cars and stuff like that. I think he did a few videos fixing like stereos as well. But he was the first guy that I ever saw iron, because he was going for a full Game Gear set. And he used to iron the box. I don't think he ever glued them. I may be the one that pioneered the whole gluing and straightening the edges, but I definitely didn't do the ironing. He was the first one that did the ironing. Then for whatever reason, he may have like went to the whatever, and then Daz brought the ironing back, and I was like, yes, ironing. I forgot about that. And so I definitely reignited the idea of the ironing from Daz. But the original one I watched was this guy. I'm sure he's from Northern Ireland. I'm sure his name was John. But he was going for a full Game Gear set. He probably might have even done it, like box complete. Anyway, there you go. Bit of history for you. To any new people that watch YouTube and you see some of these fucking Johnny come latelys start ironing, gluing boxes, thinking that they've developed they've split the atom. They haven't. And anyone who does CX roulette, fucking copyright claim from old Shaggeria. Anybody knows. Don't let anybody tell you any different. So anyway, look, Game Gear games. Scott Sega Zombie. You should all know Scott. Again, Scott's been a bit like big, sort of hit and miss with his shop. Obviously, taking a lot of his time up and stuff. So you know, by his own admission, he's kind of like let YouTube lax a little bit. Scott doesn't get involved in the politics as much as I would have or would do ordinarily. He doesn't let it affect him as much, so he can't use that as an excuse. He's just a busy man. Bits and bats that I can't remember where I've got them from. Probably in job lots. I think I bought not someone's collection, because that's a lie. A job lot of someone's old bits of crap. And there was a Gear Master for the Game Gear. I think it's a B type one. So basically, you can play Master System games in a Game Gear. That's what that does essentially. But I thought I'd show it. And along with that came the Honeybee. These were the nuts back in the day for playing your imported Mega Drive games. Again, absolutely no use, no ornament, but I remember these in the magazines and stuff, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to keep that. That's why I've done it, really. Oh, and a tuna, not the fish, the Game Gear tuna cartridge adapter. Absolutely useless, because I think they switched off the UHF signal, but again, a little curio collectible. I'm not going down that route. I know Scott, Marathon Gamer, likes to collect the box tuner and the power adapter and all that kind of stuff. It's not really my thing. It never was. I don't even think I've got a box Game Gear, to be honest. I don't think I have. They're just more about just collecting the game. So, again, that may even get sold. I don't know yet, because I ain't got much use for it. God, this is turning into like a not really showing much, and it's all being Sega, which just makes a change, doesn't it? Because, yeah, say for the last couple of years, predominantly Nintendo. Show some Sega on the Tutor channel. Right, we'll leave the Game Gear for a minute, because there's still a bit more Game Gear here. PlayStation or Sony. Again, bought this years ago, ages ago. I have done nothing with it. I haven't even opened it. I saw, I can't remember what video it was, that they kind of advanced the whole, I don't know what you call it, side loading of PlayStation 2 games via memory card. I did one ages ago. Oh, I can't remember what the model it was called now. It was pretty tricky to get working, but I managed to get working, and people have used that video to get theirs working and stuff. But this is a whole new thing where someone's managed to hack the memory card duo. Oh, I can't remember what it's called now. There's an official name for it. Memory Card Pro. I grabbed this off of line and thought, you know what, I'll give it a go. I haven't done anything with it. But yeah, you basically flash this. This is basically a memory card manager, but they've hacked the firmware of this to then use the memory card to sideload games into the PlayStation 2, which I think is fantastic. It's meant to be easy. I haven't, like I say, it's not even been opened. It's still sealed. I've done nothing with it at all. Just haven't had the time or the wherewithal, and I really should, because it'd be pretty cool. So there's that. Along exactly the same lines. I can't remember who I was watching. If I was watching anybody or if I read it somewhere, I can't remember now. I haven't even opened this. It is a Summer Kart 64 for the N64, and I got this because we were due the Analog 3D. I don't know where that's gone. I think it's next month now. And yeah, basically it's kind of like an updated. Again, I've not even opened it. Oh, I did open this because I stuck the sticker on it, so that's a lie. I did open it, but I've not done anything with it because I put the nicer sticker on. I got it like smoked black. But this is a flash card for the N64, right? I've already got one of them, the ED64, but this allows you to load the DD games. And I think it's a bit quicker and it's a bit nicer and stuff. Yeah, generally all round a little bit of a better card. So again, I bought this with the view of the analog 3D, which hasn't appeared yet. It'll get here. But again, I've done nothing with it. I've not even looked at the memory card, not even added anything to it. So I can't speak to it. It's just more crap that I bought that I haven't done anything with. And I had all best intentions of, like, you know, doing that and doing a little vid and this, that and the other, and I've done nothing. I've done nothing with anything. I've let myself down, let you down, let everybody down. Okay. I'm going to do an N64 game because I should really have done a sort of thanks to people first, but it's just how it goes. I'm out of practice. I'm still hammering into the complete inbox NES set and the complete inbox N64 set. NES, I think I'm no different to the last vid, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, realistically 4 games stack up. God, something magical is going to happen for me to manage to get that. So realistically 4 games. CIB. N64, I think I'm in single figures. So I'm looking on eBay, right? I'm looking at the events, I'm looking at eBay. This pops up. I look at the name and I'm like, that sounds familiar. Ping the guy a message, says, is this yours on eBay? He says, yes. And it was like starting bid or best offer or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I said, look, got chat, obviously I know him. Look, it's one that I need. What do you want for it? What do you want for it? Because I need it, you've got it. And he was like, oh, makes rates and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, mate, just fucking tell me what you want. And he basically given me it for his open offer. And I was like, snapped his hand off. I'm happy with that. I didn't expect it. I don't know if he was expecting me to expect it less than his opening offer, as in like his opening, what he's got left for, but more than happy. It needs some work doing to it. You know, I've seen these over the years just go up and up, like everything else. Just goes up and up and up. And I always think, oh, I'll get that next, and I don't. And they used to be a little bit more common than they have been in the last, I would probably say, 2 years. They just seem to have dried up a little bit more. And that always gets me spider senses tingling a little bit. So what we got then, from Clay Graphics, little note, and I managed to keep the note. Nice one, Stu, and a pleasure doing business with you. We'll be in touch with further gaming offers. Take it easy, Clayton, or Clayt. No, that's Clit. That's Clint. This is called Clat. Clatu. Oh, see, with a bloody... Anyway, we've got Kirby 64 and the Crystal Shards. So Clayton to me a fantastic deal. Like I said, he didn't have to. He could have let the fucking thing run on eBay, but he was like, no, I'll do deal with Tootie. I bought some outs off of him as well, but that's not complete, so that won't get shown. Now, the caveat with this one was there was a fucking great big dirty sticker on the back. Hands down, it's probably the worst sticker I've had to deal with. Some people, I get it with stickers, they're like, I'll just leave it on there, it gives it a bit of character. I can't fucking stand it. I'd prefer to have like a bit of a disfigured box to have a fucking sticker. So on the back of this, you can see there's some like damage a little bit, but the sticker was like fucking, if you ever speak to Clay, it's fucking huge. It's across here. I might still have some pictures, I can't remember. But it was hard work getting it off. Like, normally, again, I'm no fucking Mr. Sticker expert here, but they're all built by layers. And you kind of have to break the layers down. But this one, it was like, there was no sub-layer to it. It was just like fucking glue. So, yeah, really adhesive. to the plastic. And the trouble is, the older they are, the more likely they are to that. But I say, it was just points where you couldn't, I had no fucking option really. So I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. And again, it's all in the fucking, I don't know what it is, Polish fucking other shite, French or whatever. So it's not terrible. I've seen worse copies in this. And again, outside of that, I think there was a little bit of creasing. I can't remember what it was now. On one corner, maybe, whatever. But yeah, bit of glue, bit of an iron. Straightened all the edges out, straightened all the corners out. It's complete. Again, I don't show you the stuff, the full sets, unless it's complete. So, mate, Clayton, honestly, dude, really appreciate that deal. Because I say, that used to be about 150, 200 £200. Then it went to 220, then it went to 240. You get it, and then it just suddenly, it runs away with itself. And that's kind of happening a lot with N64 stuff. I can't speak to other collections. There's a chap who came and see me yesterday, it would have been yesterday now, at Milton Keynes. And he bought a Game Gear piece off me. Again, because like I said, I've been buying bits and bats. And I'm not collecting all the, which I would ordinarily do, all the sort of peripherals, the accessories and stuff, because I like all that sort of knick-knacky type things. But he said, oh, I'll watch you on YouTube. And again, I apologise. And he sort of said, no, it's down to you. I was collecting the full Mega Drive set, which did make me giggle. But it's like, I don't have any reference point for Mega Drive prices because I'm not in that world, if that makes sense. So I've started to get back into, obviously, collecting the Game Gear. So I can kind of find a level you can start to realise, actually, that's worth that much and that's that. But when you're not in that world, it's hard to sort of gauge the cost of some things, you know, and what you thought might be a good deal actually probably isn't a great deal. And that kind of happened yesterday as well. Again, that'll probably be in a different vid because we're at not 30 odd minutes, 35 minutes now. I didn't get a bad deal. I didn't get a steal, put it that way. So I paid probably the going rate when I got back home, because I don't want to be there with my phone looking at shit. You know, I don't like that. That's just me personally. I couldn't give a shit if people at my stall do that. Not bothered. But I don't like to do it to other people. So yeah. Anyway, complete fucking tangent. I don't know whether to split this in half, because the other half of this, not even halfway down this, would be absolute fucking disaster. Right. Nottingham Market. The Hidden Chess Gaming boys were in town. They were there yesterday as well, Milton Keynes. I didn't buy anything though. Didn't get anything from there. But from Liam, Dana's mate Liam, or just Liam actually, of Hidden Chess Gaming fame, he had some Game Gear bits. So I was having a nose, some bits here. And they had quite a lot that I actually needed. Fair play to Liam, man. He looked after me, did me a deal. So I picked out the ones that I needed, clearly. And he chucked in some freebies, which super appreciative. So I'd mention you. Oh, is that there's a note from Clayton. I know people, you know, like when you get notes and stuff, and they sort of say, I'm going to put this with the game, I'm going to pin it on the wall, I'm going to really look at. Yeah. Sorry, Clayton. It's not a reflection of how I view our friendship at all. Anyway, from Liam, we've got Clacks. Again, not an expensive one at all, but it's one he had, one I didn't have, so we bagged that one. Beavis and Butthead. I can't say I was really that much of a fan of Beavis and Butthead back in the day. Great movie this is. Great movie. Sturgate. Keeps the kids out and the dogs out. I mean, Stargate. Again with the Codemasters. R.I.P. Archer McLean. Drop Zone. Again with the oversized cartridges. And Liam also very kindly chucked in an official wide gear. Wide boy. Ooh. Rigid. Not sure what we're going to do with that. And a slew of manuals. That boring you too much. GP Rider, some nice ones in here. Sonic Chaos, Asterix. Again, some of these didn't have the games for, which is a shame. Some like must be the tuner adapter, which you didn't have, but obviously I've got one there, so I'll put that with that. Didn't know that. Columns, packet. Sonic 2's packing as well. Got loads of Sonic 2's. Woody, Pop My Woody, Mortal Kombat 2, Chessmaster, Cheesemaster, Devilish, James Pond. I was looking for that catch. This one I don't think I've even got. Defenders of Oasis, Clacks, Drop Zone, and then unfortunately Beavis and Butthead with no front cover on it. So Liam, top man. I don't even watch it. Goes, oh, you're going to show these on. I can't do a Brummie accent. I know you're not Brummie, you're Black Country, but I can't do it. Rob can do a good accent of Liam. Said yeah, I'll mention you. That was like fucking months ago. So Liam, here's your mention. No one watches this shit. I don't blame you. Go and watch Socks with Sandals. Right. Oh, talking of hidden chest. I was socialising, I suppose, at Milton Keynes yesterday. Was it Milton Keynes? Yeah, it was Milton Keynes. Where did I go? I was getting some more magazines from a chap. Come back and there's someone chucked some shit on my desk, on my table. So again, from the lesson Hidden Chest, we got us a nice little reflective sticker. This is not their YouTube. They're not on YouTube. Well, I suppose Dave technically is, but he's not really. This is their shop, Hidden Chest Gaming, and we got us a nice little key fob, keychain. I've got a little thing up there with stickers on from all the people. I'll stick it up there. Did I have one? I had one from Hidden Chest, yeah, because I had some other ones that they'd done. These are updated, sort of like, what does it look like? The logo is like the one from Movies, Games and Videos. That's what it reminds me of, you know, back in the early 90s and stuff. So I'll stick that on there, Dane. And Ant Harper as well. I should have mentioned Ant. The brains of the outfit. Right. Game Gear from CEX with a bit of credit in my local one, and because it was there. Power Rangers, a movie. Go Power Rangers! Again, this wasn't on the Master System. It's an exclusive, as Sonic Drift wasn't. These were from Console Passion. They did have, I didn't look yesterday, I should have a look, a couple more that I didn't have. I didn't bother managing to get them. So anyway, we managed to get Star Wars, George Formby, he's dead now, isn't he? Old George. Yeah, George Foreman's KO box. I think that's basically like a reskin of Rocky, if we're being honest. And weirdly enough, there ain't many sort of tatty sports fillers. I don't think that I've come across on the Game Gear. So I think there might only be one PGA Tour Golf, and I think that's a 96. There's a couple of American football games. There's a couple of golf games, but you know what I mean. There's not like FIFA. Fucking 05, 06, none of there's not like a run or NHL 1, 2, 3, 4, none of that kind of thing on the Game Gear, which I think is quite nice. And I don't really realise that until I've just saw that game there. I remember looking at it thinking, oh, there's only one. And then from I think it might be London. From the London gaming market. I can't remember what the chap's name is there. I'll say hello to him. He's always stalling out. And this was what was weird, because think it's the event after when Liam had all those other games. And I knew that I bought this game from this guy at London. And it's GP Rider. So Liam had obviously got me the, give me the manual. GP Rider. Here's Stu saying there's no loads of hockey games. There is. NHL hockey. But you see what I mean? There's only like, I think there might only be 1 or 2. That's it. See, that's what I mean. Like, this is £6. It's probably about a £4 game. And he's probably added a couple of quid on from CEX. You get what? So, you know, when you start adding £3 onto that from CEX, it's like you're doubling the cost of the actual item itself. What's this one? World Soccer? I can't speak to what this one is. World Cup Soccer by Tengen. So I can't think if there'd be a Master System version of that. I'm trying to think what it would be. Because obviously there's not a World Cup Soccer game, but sometimes they reskinned it and renamed it. Look at a right twat here. Tires Escape from Mars, that is off your Master System game. And then, hey, here's another one of these that's not a sports game. Fucking, but actually quite expensive. NFL Quarterback Club. And they had a 10 on that. So, I'm no expert at all on the Game Gear. And I can usually tell when there's an American one, when it's like a PAL or, you know, European release, UK release. And it's usually like the purple sort of stripes and stuff. But there has been, and I can't remember what game it was, I was looking at it and I'm like, I don't know if that's American or if that's an English one. I mean, the Game Gear is region free anyway, it's not a problem. But it's like, you can't, there's no real defining, I can't remember what game it was that it was throwing me. And it's to do with like, see if I can give you an example. See here, you've got like player 1 and 2. Now, if you look on most of them, they kind of look like in a blue little box. And they're kind of in that form. Whereas that one's not in that form. But there was a game, and I couldn't work out. I was like, I don't know now. And that's when I didn't buy it for that reason, because I weren't 100% sure. Because like I say, ordinarily, to me, it'd be like the purple strap lining. See, they all look to me like to be, and that was the other side of it as well, because it used to be like this. See, with clacks, they'd have this sort of like motif. Then they changed it, and then it was like, I'm not sure. Again, some of the bits that I've got from somewhere, I don't know. I've got a manual for World Class Leader, but I think I might even have that box complete, I don't know. And we've got another instruction manual for the Game Gear. So, that's like 40 minutes of just basic Sega stuff. So you can never, ever say, fucking tootie, just all he ever shows is Sega. Nintendo never shows any Sega. I have got two of the Sega bits there. Oh, do I continue on? Let me pause and clean this shit up and come back.